Bert Smith, Tony Padilla, and Ryan Sassano, a really good crew for this Monday night before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Mustangs start with the ball, a 6-0 record. And Miller swings it out. Jaron Pierre lobs it out of the corner and knocks down a triple. Pierre rebound after the Del Jones miss.
That's what you want from the Mustangs. Another one from Jaron Pierre. Missed this time, but the first one was a make.
SMU not afraid to go early offense if they get a good look like Corey Washington does. Good active hands by Tyson Brown to dislodge it from Yigitolu. Drive by Walls, didn't score his last time. That dumps it inside and Brown is rejected by Yigitolu going up. Jaron Johnson gets hounded by Miller. Eventually it ends up with Erickson out front and he knocks down the open three. The freshman from Denmark. Islanders are getting some good looks offensively.
They are. They're getting what they want as Corey Washington gets one up, Mustangs knock down another triple. Jermaine O'Neal going baseline to a drift pass. And this is where the Mustangs can continue to be great. Corey Washington again take him down to the post and go right up and get fouled or get an easy bucket.
7 to shoot it now. Del Jones heaves and hits. Very capable of heating up quickly.
But we just got to get it to the point where they can get some buckets in the cup.
Radford turns opponents over about 13.5 times a game. Great wraparound pass. Johnson around that screen. Catch and shoot three. Instead, bottoms for Jordan, and a timeout called by SMU.
Coach Shu and the assistant coaches put into this culture.
They put Pierre Jr. in the middle, and he feeds it down to Washington. Denied at first. Only 20 points in the paint last time out for Radford as they played UNCW. Jones picked up by Washington, deep two. It goes. Well, they're going to call it a three, but review it. I thought the foot was on the line, but we'll see. Dennis Parker Jr. does not go. Boopie Miller clears the carom and runs the break. B.J. Edwards Jr. left corner and triple, knocks it down. And Pierre Jr. gets a great look. Can't make it go, but Washington, third offensive rebound, a skip to the hoop and off the Euro. He's got 14 in the first half.
Wow, what a great job offensive rebounded by the Mustangs. But defensive transition has to be a key. They have to get back and can't celebrate.
Miller has 4, all at the charity stripe. SMU back up by 6. Turning to the glass, off the glass and in.
Parker getting into a small post up and fighting his way to this bucket. Way to earn you one.
Three-point play makes it a 3-point game. Radford doing more than hanging around. Miller from the logo buries the triple. I wouldn't blame teams if they zoned him a little bit.
I agree. I think that's something you have to put in front of them. SMU shoots it well, so you have to always be account for that. But on the defensive end, you also got to be accounted for Parker shooting the three.
What else would he expect? He's averaging 17, coming off a career-high 27. Miller wants another one. He's got another one. All of a sudden, Boopie Miller is in double figures for SMU. Is Johnson going to make one? It's raining threes.
Johnson coming down.
It's got the crowd into it. Johnson, originally from Houston, playing in his home state. Boopie wants a third straight! 1-3 zone here for Radford. If SMU can find an open look. Down the baseline, nice job. Catch inside by Holmes, off the feed by Jermaine O'Neal Jr. Pivots, Pierre Jr. Back up to Edwards. Ranging to the cup with that big second step, but staying right with him to block it away.
They're doing a great job. I'm going to be down 4.
Boopie Miller has 13 points on only 5 attempts. Tried to hit Yigitolu, couldn't slam it home. Regathers and jams it. The 7'2" Yigitolu on the board.
See the Mustangs in the zone just to give a different look.
Trying to unsettle Radford, but Jaron Johnson is unbothered, bombing home a 3. O'Neal Jr. able to jump out of his shoes to gather that one in. Skips to the cup. Hits the right-hand runner from 6 feet. Meanwhile, Jaron Johnson starting to play like himself. Gets a paint touch, flicks it out for Rigsby. Doesn't go, but finds the rebound. Johnson has it again. Hurrier gives it up. Now Boopie Miller, the big first half himself. Catch and shoot by O'Neal, cinches the strings right in front of the bench. 7 seconds as Yigatolu has it. A 3-on-2. Pierre into the body, catches it home and one. Transition points. I've also heard coaches say, you know, if you are going to bring it down, get that like power dribble, like low to the ground. Radford hasn't scored in the second half. Bree Sorensen and to Ray Foster on John Little. Outside, Johnson gets a great look at a three and drops it in. Jalen Johnson.
But I love his game, and I love how hard he plays because he's going to get rewarded on the other side of it.
Foul goes on Dennis Parker. That's number 2. Quick one in. That's in. Plus the foul. Excellent athlete.
Dale Jones with his back to the ball, and Boopie called him slipping. Great catch.
Pierre up the gut. Repenetrates on the way to the glass. He hits it past walls. 68% of their points this season either coming from inside the paint or at the free throw line. Great pass to the baseline, but Yigatolu challenges. Radford's not going to love the fact that it's 5-1 at this point. Edwards sees a seam. Tried to go back up while he was coming down. They've only given up 3 points in transition tonight.
That was one of the keys of the game, and they are showing it.
Meanwhile, Boopie for 2 in transition, and that's 13 tonight. Has the height advantage, can't pull it. Johnson, hand in his face. Out to Jordan. Long miss, long rebound. That one's down for Louis Jordan. Miller, only 3 to shoot. Pierre's going to get another chance. This time he hits.
But you can see how he plays. He's very under control and less turnovers, which can turn into assists and buckets.
And
just like that.
For it all for Washington, who rolls it in. Good job to attack the board by Radford as they've given up 10 offensive rebounds to the Mustangs tonight. Oh, that one's right to B.J. Edwards. Fevering. And for 2. Starting with Mississippi State. Next time out, the day after Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Little bully ball by Dennis Parker Jr. And even with the freshman on the floor, Radford hasn't really taken advantage. Three-pointer doesn't go down for Walls. Offensive rebound, though, by Parker. Repenetrates and kisses it home. Freshman defender in O'Neal and a commonly great defender. Jones against Edwards. Jones hits it in his face. Trying to continue the 9-0 run that Radford's currently on and make a stand here against SMU on the road. Johnson tears around. Inside again. Locked down low is Brown. Grabs his own, still 10 to shoot. Rigsby leaned on, catches it high off the glass, making an 11-0 run for Radford.
To get downhill, not to get stopped and go up strong.
Who's going to be the run buster for SMU? Miller, the step through. He'll get it done. Boopie Miller up to 22 points tonight. Plus his 9 dimes. Jones tears the corner, and Edwards, even the great defender that he is, can't stay with Del Jones. Washington hits a cutter. It's Pierre hanging. Can't roll it in, but it falls right to Washington. Good things happen to good people. Corey Washington, a double-double tonight. 3-pointer in transition, though, just when you think Radford might be buried. Trapped on the double. Feeds it out to Boopie. Sets up Washington. 3-pointer, roll it down.
But both teams are doing a great job. Just some small injuries that you got to work through.
So quick, Jalen Johnson. So sudden coming around that screen. Feed Yigatolu, doubled, and throws it away. Good job to lurk there for Dennis Parker. Downhill, Jones, scooping to the hoop.
What we haven't talked about enough is how well the SMU Mustangs bigs are being at the rim, going straight up vertical.
Ever since then, he has been a big-time rebounder. He's leading this game with 13 rebounds.
Wow. That is what you want from a perennial guard like him. Yes.
Up high, down hard.
But if you're doing the numbers with time left, coach is probably going to save it.
That'll do it tonight in Dallas. SMU builds a lead as many as 23. Radford closed it down to 10 in the second half, but could never climb the mountain.